welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie. This is Yes, We Homeschool. Today I am going to be sharing an end of year review. Our 2020-2021 school year was a successful one in my book, but there are things that worked, things that didn't work. I went back to my haul video for the 2020-2021 school year. Wrote them down and am going to tell you a little bit more about each one. So let's get started. Before we get started though, remember, if you like videos like this where I'm giving reviews on homeschool curriculum, encouragement, resources, homeschool lifestyle, then please hit that subscribe button. Also, go ahead and hit that notification bell so that way you're the first to know when I've posted something new here. So with that said, let's get started. First things first, I call this, when we do subjects together, I call them our together subjects. I don't think anybody else calls them that, but I call them that. You'll also hear them referenced as family subjects, table subjects. You know, people use different terms for it. I call them together subjects. I also went ahead and used that as my morning basket. So I liked the idea of us coming together first thing at the start of our day. It wasn't always in the morning, to use these things. So we first started, so these are the things that we use with our together subjects. This is what did work for us. The first thing that worked for us was Sally Clarkson's 24 Family Ways. It is split up into weeks, and throughout each week, each day, there is a Bible verse and questions to ask each other. It really allowed for great conversation, even though the difference in age between the two that I'm homeschooling, which are my now 13-year-old and 8-year-old, it's almost 5 years, but it was phenomenal. I really appreciated the way they have it set up. The other thing that worked that I wanted to love and that I ended up loving, and I have a review on it, which I'll put a link to at the bottom, is Mystery of History. We did Mystery of History together. The kids loved it. I loved it. Things that did not work. So I don't want to say didn't work, because they didn't work for us does not mean that that's my dog growling. Didn't work for us does not mean that it is not a good curriculum or it wasn't a good book, etc. They're great. They just didn't work for my family dynamic at the time, or they didn't work for my homeschool style in general. The first one is the picture study. We did Simply Charlotte Mason picture study, and we had chosen Rubens. And we just weren't loving it. You know, I think there's a certain type of homeschool style, homeschool family that likes this teaching style, the arts, and that just wasn't us. And so I let it go after a few weeks. I do see the pros in it though. It simply doesn't fit our family or our lifestyle. The next one that we didn't even use, and I have it in the haul, is by Memoria Press, Christian Memory Verse. So there were these cards with Christian Bible verses on it. Like an easier time reading a passage in the Bible and having them memorize it, or using the Sally Clarkson's 24 Family Ways, whatever Bible verse we were working on there, that's the one that we were working on. So I just found it unnecessary to have to also give them these flashcards to memorize. So again, they're not bad flashcards. I just realized at the start of our year that it really wasn't necessary to double up like that. The other thing that we did not use is Space Science by the Good and the Beautiful. Again, not because there's anything wrong with The Good and the Beautiful, it's phenomenal. But I decided to let them do science with their homeschool group. They go to a homeschool group once a week, and they touched on science every quarter or every session. So I said, that's gonna work for you guys for this year. Now let's go with Leslie. With Leslie, she was in 2nd grade, and for English, for language arts, she used level 2 master books, and thumbs up. We like master books a lot. You will see that I'm using a lot of them for the new school year. I like their open and go approach. It's short lessons, efficient. And she also used master books for math. Level 2, we also like that a lot. I did, at the end of the year, she wrapped up level 2 sooner than we were done, and so we already started on level 3. So if your child is very proficient in math, you will see that you can get through these lessons fairly quickly, and I don't mind that. So that was a thumbs up. For reading, also a thumbs up that we liked were pathway readers made up of short stories with lessons learned in each one. She really enjoyed them. She was able to get to the 3 books that are for grade 2. And if a kid can't get their nose out of a book, it's a win for me. And there were great lessons learned with them. So thumbs up to that. You can find them on Rainbow Resource. That's where I got mine. I will link that below as well. There was nothing that didn't work for Leslie. With Ruben, with math, big thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. If I had 10 thumbs, I would give 10 thumbs up. Teaching textbooks for math. Phenomenal. He first started off using the book and the CD, and then I said, let's try out their new platform, which is online. He loved it. He's doing great in it. Highly recommend that. For English, we went through a few curriculums. We started off with The Good and the Beautiful. I wanted to love it, and if he were my only one, and then I think I would have stuck to it. It does, with my child's personality of needing some redirection at times, clarification, wants to double check if he understood this correctly. Plus the fact that there is parental involvement needed in the book, it didn't work because it was taking a lot longer than I needed it to be when I had my even youngest son still like running around everywhere. He was 2 at the time. Yeah, he just turned 3 last October. So he was 2 for a chunk of it, had just turned 3. It was too tedious, it was too much. And so we switched to Time for Learning, which also did not work. That one is completely really independent, and I think I went too extreme. I went from a lot of parental involvement to completely independent, and I needed to find something right in the middle. So we ended the year with Right Shop, which we really enjoyed. He ended the year feeling confident in his ability to write and his ability to express his thoughts. And I realized then that, he has much more of a strength in writing than maybe in like the grammar aspect, which is fine. So we won't be using it for the new year, for the new school year, because we ended up finding Saxon, and that one encompasses writing and grammar. So I'm hoping that after the few weeks of summer where we're just kind of like laying low on language arts in general, that we can start off on a new foot with language arts in general. And I'm hopeful that this will work. He picked it out himself. He is older and much more independent, which is more importantly is that he's independent and efficient. And my youngest is now almost 4. So that definitely plays a big role in my being able to help him if he has any questions with language arts, because my preschooler is, not at where he was 2 years ago, not as tantrumy, and I also have help. My mom comes to help me. Let's see. Yeah, that was it for math and English. And then they went to a homeschool group once a week, which we loved. It was a drop-off homeschool, not a co-op, which I loved even more. I dropped them off. They were there for about 6 hours. Those are the things that worked, the things that didn't work. I hope that this review has been helpful. I will provide all the links necessary below. And in another week, I will have a homeschool end of year Q&A/interview with my 2 kids that homeschooled. I will also link the one we did last year. It was a lot of fun. We never prepared for them. So I look forward to that. All right, have a beautiful day. Don't forget, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and share the video with